This might seem obvious, but money goes faster than it comes in, always. And let me tell you, I've been making 100,000 a month, if not more, since I was like 19. Now, obviously, that's not always all profit. I have made over 100K in a month in profit before, multiple times. But what I've learned is money will always leave faster than it comes in, especially when your funnel breaks down. Now, let me tell you this. Let's say you guys are running, an e-com store or whatever, and you guys are spending $2, $3, $4, $5,000 a day, right? Even if you're seeing a 2x return, 3x return. If any piece of your funnel breaks down throughout the day and you're spending that kind of money, that money goes to waste. If you go on to spend 5K on ads in a day and make no return on it because one part of your funnel broke down, Shopify is down or whatever it is, you will lose that 5K. It's also happened sometimes that I've seen like certain ad campaigns be turned off. And this happened, I think, a couple of years ago on TikTok. Ad campaigns were turned off and TikTok blew through people's budgets. And all they did was they credited the money that was spent to these people's accounts. I was included in this. I probably lost like $750 that day. Campaigns were not on. I log in, I spent like $1,000 on campaigns. They credited me like $500 on my ad account, an ad account that I was never going to use again. Money was gone, right? Now, let's even paint the bigger picture. If you guys are making $1 million a month, it's so easy to spend $1 million in a month. Like, if you really think about it. Guys, put this into perspective, right? Homes nowadays, and whether the money's going out on investments, no matter where the money's going to, right? A home nowadays, you buy $1 million house, you got to put down 20, 30% on that. That's already 200, 300 grand. People are spending $300,000 on a car. People spend $500,000 on a car. There's $1 million cars and shit like that. So obviously you're not going to go out and like spend that type of money, but in the grand scheme of things, there's always more money to be spent. So what that tells me, and also when it comes to business, the second your funnel breaks down and money stops coming in, your overhead costs will eat you alive faster than you can even imagine it. Bro, by the snap of a finger, you could have a couple $1,000s in fucking inventory costs for some of your products. You could have a couple $1,000s in ad costs, marketing costs. You could have a couple $1,000s in payroll that you guys have to put out, right? So when it comes to risk mitigation within your business, you guys have to make sure that you're not going out and splurging all your money on a lot of shit. Bro, I see people all the time make a shit ton of money online and end up losing it and end up putting themselves in a bad position because you don't realize that a lot of what you have now is, let's say you go on to make $500,000 a month. A lot of that doesn't last because what you realize is you work so long to get to that point, you achieve it. And once you achieve that, there tends to be a drop off. And during the time that you're dropped off, things slowly deteriorate, but you don't realize. And then your funnel starts to fall apart, your offer stops working, and then it puts you in a position where you got to build back up. And over the past, I want to say 2 years, I've constantly been in like a trench mindset because systems continuously keep breaking. And I feel like I've finally gotten to the point where I understand where in my funnel I have to go to fix certain issues. And I finally gotten to that point because you don't realize, like, over time, you're trying to build a multi-million-dollar company. The amount of different departments and things that go into that are much bigger than your mind can imagine. You could go out and build $1 million business and make $1 million in profit pretty instantaneously, but you're looking for longevity, right? So a lot of the short-term money that you make isn't going to last a long period of time. Before you know it, you're going out and spending money right now that you might need a year or 2 years down the line because certain things broke and you essentially need to leverage that liquidity to stay afloat, right? Now, what I'm getting to is a lot of business owners make these mistakes and don't understand that the money is the fuel to continue to drive your business. The liquidity is the fuel to continue to drive your business, right? More often than not, people use their liquidity for their pleasure. But you got to be able to build something that you could do for a long period of time. Now, I'm not saying if you make money, don't spend money. But what I'm saying is you have to understand the difference between what can be spent for your pleasure and what can be spent for the benefit of your business and for the growth of your finances overall. Now, I think this past year, 2 years, what I've really prioritized is figuring out how to build multiple income streams that might not be as big in numbers, but do have that sort of longevity. So what I mean by that is if I could build something that'll continuously make me 20, 30, 40, 50K a month, right? Month after month, whether or not I'm working on it, what that does is it gives me a little bit of space to free roam. One, all my personal expenses are covered. Two, I have a little bit of liquidity now to reinvest into testing different offers if, let's say, something doesn't work on the front end, right? And you guys have to be able to think about this from a short-term perspective and a long-term perspective, right? Selling high-ticket offers does give you the freedom to have a lot of short-term liquidity, but the second that anything breaks down, that's gone. That's out the window. So what I want for you guys to do, a lot of you guys that are out there haven't started your business yet, or maybe are struggling to get started with your agency, think about how much liquidity you guys actually have available. Think about how much money you have coming in on a month-to-month basis, and think about what areas of your business you could build another source of income from. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean it has to be a couple $1,000s a month, even if it's a couple $100s a month. You have to think about it from that compounding, right? If you could figure out how to bring in an additional $250 a month, once a month, in recurring revenue into your business, think about what that'll add up to at the end of the year. Well, that's an additional, what, almost $3,000 a month into your business. And that stacks up. $3,000 a month for 12 months. What's that? 36,000? So you put a lot of these things into perspective. You guys have to start thinking outside the box from just offering your general, one-time sales service, because you might go on to make $250,000 right now. You go out and spend that, then the next month, for whatever reason, your offer breaks down, you're not selling anymore. And now you're in a position where you spent the money and you have nothing coming in on a month-to-month basis. And you need to use money that you've made in the past to essentially fund future business expenses. You can only do that for so long, right? Now, I have a big dub for you guys. This video is going up live tonight. Today is Thursday, tomorrow's Friday. I have 4 watch hours left for YouTube monetization on AdSense. And you guys know, since November, I've been posting fucking videos and fucking with y'all to start getting paid on YouTube, even if it wasn't like anything significant. It's just the fact to say, like, look, I did this for X amount of time and I stayed consistent with this, and it was something that I said I was gonna do for a long period of time, and finally it is about to happen tomorrow. Y'all don't piss me off with the fucking CPMs, bro. If you give me like a $3 CPM, bro, I'm mad as shit. But putting things into perspective, guys, it's a matter of consistency and continuing to apply yourself in different places. Like, I used to have such a hard time recording, and I found it in me to just now, once a day, get up, yapology to you guys, just talk some knowledge and some stuff that I have in my mind. Whether or not you guys find it valuable, I don't really care. There's some of you guys that do find it valuable. There's some of you guys that literally like just leave fucking hate comments under my videos. I find it pretty funny. It's, honestly, you know what's funny about those ones? There's some of you guys that leave hate comments under my videos, but you guys do it on every single video. So I'm trying to figure out, like, are you a hating fan? Do you have like post noties on for me? Like, I'm trying to figure that out. Like, genuinely, like, I want to meet you guys because I feel like you guys need a little bit more, I think something has to be, your time has to be consumed. Let me know. DM me on Instagram, some of you guys that like need a job or something. And some of you guys out there, yeah, if you need a job too in ecom, whatever it is, DM me on IG. We're always hiring. So let me know on Instagram. For those of you that are like trying to clown me for saying I sell a course, even if I did, it'd be valuable because I actually know what I'm doing, but I'm not right now. And honestly, I don't think I have the time to sell a course. And I don't think enough people would buy it for it to even be worth it for me. So like, what is the purpose of doing that? But anyways, yeah, you guys know, sorry, I got derailed, but you guys know the amount of time and effort that I've been putting into just waking up every day, making sure I record 7-8 minute video for you guys, 10-minute video for you guys. So like, that's a huge dub. So I appreciate all you guys that have been sticking with me, showing love. The channel's now at over 5,000 subs. Fuck, what the fuck? We've been growing a lot the past couple months. So appreciate y'all, keep showing love, and just stay tuned for some new shit coming soon. Link to the Telegram free group in the description down below. And as always, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, guys, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.